It's that time of the year. Men's Mental Health Month. Men's Mental Health Day sits on the 19th of November. So let's make a video about it. So what usually happens in November? Well, you see a little bit more Instagram posts on their stories about Men's Mental Health Month. Usually it's a reshare of somebody else's story, some other post. People bring awareness to it, as in like they update their profile picture. They may have put a post about it, caption it, and it becomes a trend. And what I mean by trend is you'll see a lot of content creators out there in the month of November. They create a couple of videos around the idea of men's mental health. A little bit like this one, actually. And yeah, you'll see a lot of people make a couple of videos and then don't talk about it at the end of the month. Because guess what? Since it's a month of November, Men's Mental Health Month gets views. Now that does absolutely nothing. Let's be real. How does Men's Mental Health Month bring awareness and actually improve mental health? It doesn't. Bringing awareness to something does not improve it whatsoever. Bringing awareness only puts people's attention on it, but doesn't actually put any change to it. So what's actually useful? Well, first of all, you can, talk about it with other people. You can, check up on your friends and stuff. But that's a conventional advice that, you'll see around, popping up around this month. And I'll tell you, you can try that all you want, but there's going to be no change. Because if you're trying to help that other person, that friend of yours, if they don't want to be helped, they ain't going to get helped. It's on them. And if you're struggling, nobody's coming to save you. It's just you. It's you and your own mind. It's you versus your own mind, and that's it. So, what can you do? Because, like I said, no one else can get you out of it. It's you, only you. First of all, you need accountability over yourself. And, accountability to make sure you do the things you want to do. And sometimes you can get friends to help. Like say, hey, like the most common way of accountability is, people having a boss, right? When they're at work and they do something wrong, they've got a boss holding them accountable for their actions, right? And a lot of people will be like, okay, I need friends. That's why you need to have, good network of friends who are there to actually hold you accountable and not there to sugarcoat all the bullshit you do. Okay? That's one way of doing it. But again, that is, quite hard for a lot of people because not everybody has friends like that, and not a lot of people are like that. So, and a lot of people are used to, being held accountable by other people. So the hard part is you're probably going to need to do it for yourself. Hold yourself accountable for your actions, for your thoughts. And yes, however you want to do that is up to you. It can be through conditioning. It can be through rewards. It can be however you want. That's number one, actually holding yourself accountable for your actions. And not just that, if you are in a bad spot, hold yourself accountable. Understand that it was your actions is what led you to that position. So it means it's only your actions that can get you out of that position. Now, what I mean by action, I mean taking active steps towards your goals. So like if you want to be in a much better place mentally, you have to consciously work towards it. You've got to write it down and be like, how am I going to do this? And then you do this and hold yourself accountable to do that. So, what else can help? Well, your thought patterns and your mindset. That I think is a big key player, because your mindset of how you take this challenge, essentially trying to get yourself out, will either make you quit, make you stop trying, and make you think it's too hard, or maybe not even start in the first place, to actually going at it and then failing and not seeing results and then actually going at it again. That's what mindset can do for you. Mindset is what will actually drive your actions. So you need a good mindset to drive your actions and hold yourself accountable for your actions. And I said thought patterns earlier. And what do I mean by thought patterns? Well, it's realistically how you view yourself, right? I studied a bit of psychology in school, and one of the ways people fall into depression is, the faulty thought patterns, irrational thinking, Beck's negative triad. And in Beck's negative triad, you get negative view of self, negative view of world, and negative view of future. Well, if you're thinking bad about yourself, the world around you, and the future, no wonder why you may be depressed. Because you're not giving yourself a fighting chance. And, if you have a pretty low view of yourself, well, that just means you've got no self-confidence, no confidence whatsoever in other people, no trust. And that can also lead into anxiety, not just anxiety, but other mental health issues. So if you can recognize that, which is a bit hard, and that's why you got, people like me, videos, formats, content out there that help you recognize this a lot quicker than if you were out on your own. You may need something external to get the cogs working in your head. Start thinking differently. Start challenging your own thoughts. That's why a lot of people go to therapy, because you need somebody out there, external, to challenge your own thoughts, because you may not see anything wrong with it, because that's your own belief. Your own belief may be damaging to you. So first, fix that. Fix your thought patterns. Once you get that right, you can form a stronger mindset, which will help you take action. And the more action you take, the more accountable you should have over yourself for the actions you take, because the results is on you. But once the month of November ends anyway, mental health is just nothing but a trend that died. And then we'll be back next year. So, why does Mental Health Month have its own month for itself? What about physical health? Because I think that's just as important as mental health. And I'll go this over quickly, but I believe that physical health and mental health go hand in hand. You get one thing right, that will lay over into the other. You get the other right, that will lay over into the other. It goes hand in hand. And what I mean by physical, I don't mean just working out, looking ripped, or being big, being strong. What I mean is the food you eat. Are you eating processed food? What are you doing to your lungs? Are you smoking every day, vaping? Are you damaging your lungs? Substance abuse, like, smoke a weed, cocaine, and stuff is just like binge drinking every weekend. That also damages your physical health. And stuff like, your immune system. Is it high? Is it low? Is it strong? Is it weak? If it's weak, well, you're probably going to be ill all the time. And it's important as well because that's what stops you from getting ill in the first place, physically. You need to have a high immunity system. And you can get that through working out, funny enough. You can get that through from having a good diet, getting the vitamins you need, all of that. You can get that by not smoking. You can get that by not doing substances. I think also working out is a huge thing. It's part of it, part of physical health. But overall, as physical health, I think you need to take care of yourself. You know, like, what if you're out in the sun all day? You're damaging your skin cells. You're not putting on sunscreen, stuff like that. Physical health overall, like, what's your gut health like? Are you eating a lot of processed food? Is it like congested? Are you constipated? Stuff like that. And I mean, just general physical health. Do you have a skincare routine? Do you exercise? Do you help your cardiovascular system? These are all things that, aren't to do with making you look big. Even though I think the things you can learn through, resistance training will help you a lot when it comes to mental health, like discipline and confidence, which can help massively. But anyway, that's all I've got to say. And if you are struggling, do something about it. At least you're aware of it now if you watch this video. Peace.